In 1970, a powerful earthquake struck the Peruvian Andes. But the earthquake was only the beginning. High on Mount Huascarán, an enormous section of rock and glacial ice suddenly broke loose. Millions of tons of material began racing down the mountain. What started as a collapse quickly became a massive debris avalanche, and directly below it was the city of Yungay. The earthquake violently shook the steep slopes of Huascarán. The shaking destabilized rock and ice that had been held against the mountain. Then gravity took over. The enormous mass plunged downhill, accelerating as it descended. Rock shattered, ice fragmented, snow, water, and sediment became mixed into the moving flow. A mountain was no longer simply falling, it was becoming a rapidly moving mass of debris. As the avalanche accelerated, its behavior changed. Millions of tons of fragmented rock and ice began moving together. Water and fine sediment filled the spaces between particles. The debris became turbulent and highly mobile. Instead of a solid block dragging across the ground, the avalanche behaved more like a dense granular fluid. Its enormous mass gave it tremendous momentum, and that momentum allowed the flow to continue across the valley floor. One proposed mechanism is called acoustic fluidization. The basic idea is that violent vibrations inside a rapidly moving landslide can temporarily reduce friction between individual particles. Air and water can also move through the debris. Together, these effects can reduce the resistance opposing the avalanche. It wasn't literally a giant hovercraft, but the physics helps explain how enormous landslides can travel surprisingly far. Then, the avalanche reached the valley. Yungay was directly in its path. Rock, mud, ice, and debris swept across the city. Buildings disappeared beneath the moving mass. Thousands of people had almost no time to escape. Around 20,000 people were killed in Yungay and the surrounding area. Only a small number of survivors reached higher ground, including the city's elevated cemetery. The lesson from Huascarán is simple. An earthquake doesn't have to destroy a city directly. It can destabilize a mountain and let gravity do the rest. The mountain didn't become a weapon. It simply became unstable, and physics released everything that followed.